Welcome to Toledo Clinic TV, where we are joined right now by Scott Sylak. He is the Executive Director of Mental Health and Recovery Services for the Board of Lucas County. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Tell us about your role and what the organization does.
So I'm the executive director there, so I'm the head administrator for the board, but the board is actually 18 Lucas County residents with various experiences in behavioral health, mental health, substance use, gambling. Maybe they themselves receive treatment, maybe their family members receive treatment, or a neighbor or loved one. Their job is to assess needs in our community for behavioral health services, plan for those services, fund services, monitor, and then evaluate the effectiveness of those services. So they have a huge responsibility in Lucas County.
Okay, how big is the need?
The need is ever increasing. You know, we come out of the pandemic, you know, the older adults have been isolated, young kids, you know, have been isolated. Those two populations are in need of additional services because of the effects of the pandemic. But what we see is about 1 in 3 individuals have a mental health need, and then about 1 in 10 of those actually have a serious or persistent mental illness.
Okay, and so when you say a need, what are we talking about? Depression? What's the gamut that you see?
So I think the first thing we need to understand is the difference between mental illness and a mental health. We all have mental health days, right? We all have, you know, grief in our life. We have depression. We have certain things that just get us down. Even the weather can do that, right? That isn't the same as a diagnosable set of symptoms that can be defined as a mental illness. Those things will need proper care. Maybe it's a medication, maybe it's group therapy, maybe it's just individualized therapy, something that will help restore the balance of the chemicals in your brain.
Okay, and how difficult is that diagnosis? Do people struggle with the stigma and getting over that?
So I think the first thing people struggle with is just understanding actually what is going on in their brain, what is going on in their life. You know, why can't they do certain things? Why don't they have the energy to do other things? You know, why is it that they have conflictual relationships? Those things can be precursors to asking for help. And a lot of people don't want to ask for help because they don't want the stigma associated with a mental illness, right? Oh, you're that person, right? Well, we all have those issues, right? And everybody in our family has those issues. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that you have a pleasant experience when you reach out for help. And that's the first thing. Just talk to somebody. It doesn't have to be a trained clinician. It can actually be a family friend that you trust, a loved one that has similar experiences, or maybe a spiritual leader, somebody to talk to and get some guidance from them.
Okay, that's important. Well, I know you have a lot of resources that are available for people in the community, so we're going to get to that in the next segment. Thank you so much for being with us.